led by Chris Copeland, who's the CEO of GroupM Search. Chris has been a champion of the industry for a long time, writes for MediaPost Search Insider, and has been a big supporter of MediaPost and the Search Insider Summit. So very pleased to have him here, and I'll let him introduce the other conversationalists. So please welcome Chris Copeland.
So it's always great to be back. For anybody who was in Florida, the last time I was here, I may have compared the founders of Google to Tiger Woods and Sandra Bullock's ex-husband, Jesse James. So it's nice to just get an invite back. There may have been a Brokeback Mountain reference as well in regards to Google. So, and oddly, and I don't know if this is correlated at all, we'll get some of the Google statisticians on this, it was the only video not posted online after the last MediaPost Summit. So I'm back, but I've brought people with me, and apparently that's the secret to success here. And what I thought we'd do is we'd have a conversation with a few brands. You know, we've heard from the publisher side, and the breaking news is Google, Facebook, and Yahoo would like you to spend more money. We've gotten that so far, and we've heard from the likes and the links, but we've got a couple guys here. I've got Matt Van Dalsum from BlackRock, I've got Jeff Haleko from Kimberly-Clark, and I've got Dan Fleetwood from SAP. And what we thought would be interesting is let's just talk. Let's talk about what's going on in this space, how search's role has changed for their businesses, because I think it's helpful for us who are on the agency or SEM side, the publisher side, and even clients to kind of get a take of this. So we're going to chat. You know, you guys tweet your questions. We did a prep for this, which, you know, anybody who's seen me speak before, prepping is a new concept for me. And we thought that we'd actually, have about a 45-minute dialogue. So we'll try to get to some of these questions, but we may not, because we just think we've got a lot of kind of interesting perspective to get. So I'm going to let each of these guys kind of tell you about their organizations and their roles. But guys, as we do that, I kind of like you to start and give us a sense of the importance search has and the evolution you've seen search as a vehicle inside your own organization's take over the last few years. So Matt, let me start here with you.
Sure. So just quick about myself. I'm maybe a little different than a lot of people in the room here in that I actually manage all media for BlackRock. BlackRock's the world's largest asset manager, and I manage media planning and buying for iShares, which is a family of exchange-traded products. So I would say the biggest change for us in terms of the evolution of search, it's something that we've supported internally for years. We've been doing paid search advertising, I think, as long as you could do it. I think the biggest shift to me has been if there's a business result, marketing related, up or down, senior leaders first say, so what happened in search? We saw traffic go through the roof on the site, and we think that led to more sales. So whereas in the old days it would be, how great the 60-second spot was, the first thing I do is call up your agency and say, all right, what did we do that was so good, or what the hell did you do was so bad? But it's really the biggest compliment I can give to search is that it's truly a line item in my media plan that is discussed internally every day.
And Jeff, KC, CPG brands, where does search fit in that mix for you guys?
Yeah, like Matt, I'm the North American media manager for Kimberly-Clark. I oversee media in U.S. and Canada and all media. Search is an integral part of our media mix, and it's primarily for three reasons. One, we've moved to an integrated marketing planning platform and process. So our search partners are at the same table as our digital agencies, our traditional agencies, PR agencies, shopper marketing. They all receive the same brief off the same platform. And search has been an amazing partner to integrate and actually provide best practices of what happens when you can connect the wires properly with each of the different elements. Second thing is we're investing a lot in what we call engagement mechanisms as well as our owned assets. Search has been an incredible success as far as driving conversions and really promoting those assets. And our marketers understand that. But most importantly, we all understand the voice of the consumer. And search is the voice of the consumer. Consumer is at the center of everything. There's very few partners that we have that are so close to the consumer and have such consumer knowledge. Our marketers understand that. And that's primarily been driven, that's driven the importance of search.
Dan?
Thanks, Chris. So my name is Dan Fleetwood. I manage global paid search for SAP. And right there, I think it tells you what the importance of paid search is to our organization and search in general is that we have a dedicated team primarily focused on paid search. For us, we've gone from kind of being the afterthought, or I'm running a campaign on operational excellence, so I need to buy some keywords around how to operate excellently, and it's really actually become a primary thought in folks' media strategy, and so for us, it's as Jeff said, it's really kind of getting out there and understanding the voice of the customer, and really trying to lead the way in a lot of the content development that we do, and as well as just being from an overall performance channel for us and performance tactic. It's by far the most efficient and the lowest cost channel for us.
So Jeff touched on this, and Dan, I want to start with you on this one. Planning integration. We just heard Yahoo, talk about the importance of making music together and display and search and these places. I mean, how does your organization, you've got a global remit, I mean, how are you guys changing the way you go through planning and integrating the learnings out of search to make some quantifiable, kind of impacts in business?
Well, for us, we've kind of led the way in establishing kind of how those what those models should look like. Mm-hmm. We were told 3 or 4 years ago, when we were able to say this click led to this conversion and brought us an opportunity that led to an X amount sale. We brought that to some of our senior leadership, and they said, you need to put that away because nobody else can do that, and we don't have that technology, and we don't have the ability to do that. And now it's what's expected from all of our channels, and so from that perspective, we've really started to work very closely. I said I manage global paid search, but we are very, very closely tied to our integrated media team, and so obviously that spills into as Dave was just explaining, the research that we've done around how display impacts search, how our content's developed, and so there's just been the data that we've been able to provide has kind of led the way in planning processes for content, for display and overall media planning.